Oh, hi! Didn't see you there, even though I'm the guy that set the camera up and turned it on and pressed record. I'm busy sleeving Innis, or the cards to Innis. This is actually the first game I have ever put card sleeves on, even though I have a lot of games, and you might be wondering, well, why is Innis the first one I've ever sleeved? Well, that's part of what we're going to talk about on today's Tabletop Talk. So Innis by Metago Games. Why am I sleeving this game over all the others? Well, just take a look at it. I mean, if this is the back of one of your board tiles, just imagine how the artwork to the rest of the game is. And I mean, you know, this box cover is definitely eye-catching. They did an outstanding job on the artwork. And so that's part of the reason why I'm sleeving the cards to this awesome game, but there are some other reasons as well, and it has to do with one of my favorite game mechanics. It's the drafting system, particularly the system in which you draft cards and then you have to pass the cards that you don't draft to the next player. You're essentially handing them their fate, but you're also handing them your fate that they're gonna dish out to you. Here's how it works. So you get the whole deck of cards in a 4-player game. These are the green cards that get passed out. They all get shuffled, and then the person who holds the special Bryn token is going to be the one who passes them out or shuffles them to begin with. And so you're going to end up with 4. And so, or everyone else. And you're going to look at those 4 cards and you're going to say, man, I really need to get some clans out on the board, so I'm going to take this one that's got the plus symbol on it. That lets me know that I'm going to be adding more of my clans to the board, this beautiful looking board. And so I'm going to take that one card, and then the other 3 are getting passed to the person to my right. Meanwhile, I'm receiving the other 3 cards that someone else didn't choose. So they've essentially handed me my fate that I'm going to hand to them. And now I can put this card in my hand, and now I'm going to take 2 cards. So out of the 4 cards in my hand, I'm going to keep 2 of them and pass the others along, and we're going to keep doing that until we have all 4 of our starting hand. Not only that, but Innis goes a little bit further into the deck building and says, hey, do you have control of one of these territories? Well, take that territory's card, and you get that permanently as long as you have the majority of the clans. You are the leader of that territory. You get that to add it to your hand as well. But once you have used up all of your cards that you're going to use in that round, just going 1 card at a time and reacting perhaps if you have the special Triskel symbol, which is, where's it at? You've got this little Tree of Life symbol, and then you've got the Triskel. This is something you use on your turn, and this is something that you can use as a reaction to other players' cards or actions. But once you have used up all your cards for that round, all the green cards get shuffled back up again, which means that these cards are going to get shuffled up multiple times in one game, whereas oftentimes you might not see that happen. You might just see the deck get shuffled once, maybe twice. In Innis, this deck is going to get shuffled a lot, which is going to put a lot of wear and tear on this amazing deck. I mean, look at the backs of the cards. The backs of the cards are even more beautiful than some of the fronts of other cards that I've seen. Actually, lots of them. But this game is just chock full of beautiful artwork, and beautiful artwork doesn't make a game, but beautiful artwork certainly does make a good game just more in-depth, more interactive. It just helps to build the world and the culture that you are getting used to. Like in Innis, it's like Irish or Scottish clans, and you've got all this beautiful, inspired artwork from that culture. So that's to do with the art of the game, but what about the game itself? Well, Innis has a very interesting mechanic about it where if you control 6 territories, or if you not necessarily control, but if your people have spread out to 6 different territories, or they are in a territory where they hold the majority over 6 other clans, or if they have territories in which they have 6 or more sanctuaries, then that sets them up to become the pretender. And as long as they can hold that pretender token till the beginning of the next Bryn phase, then they have the chance of winning the game. But if someone else has a pretender token as well and meets the same number of victory conditions, then the game is going to continue on until either someone loses their Bryn token or someone has more victory conditions than the other players. The first time I played Innis was like probably 3 years ago, and I remember that I was able to pick it up after just a few rounds of the game and getting these green cards over and over again and realizing, oh man, these guys are getting the exact same cards that I'm getting, which means I can kind of guess their strategy. I'm always going to see who's got the victory condition or who's getting close to victory conditions. Not only that, but if I lose track of these tokens that people can get, that also makes it easier for them to get victory conditions. It's easy to pick up the strategy to this game, and man, I was able to collect the right combination of epic tale cards and location cards and just the right combination of the normal cards that I was so close to winning. Everybody else was like, no, you don't know what you're doing. And I'm like, yeah, actually I do know what I'm doing. And I would place a card down and destroy another enemy clan. And I just didn't quite make it, but I got so close and it was so much fun that I had to get myself a copy of the game. Finally got it, added it to my collection, and I continue to play it. And even though I have yet to win the game, I still enjoy it. I still want to continue playing it because I still haven't gone through all the combinations of territory configurations and types of cards you can get. And in fact, if you ever manage to get all these territories out on the board in one game, you're probably playing it wrong. Nevertheless, this just adds to its replay value. And I just love also, I mean, how many tile laying games can you say interlock that intricately and yet fit together so well? Right there, that's just, just another unique thing about this awesome and beautiful game. And then the cards themselves are very diverse, and even though they do very similar things, they do similar things in different ways, which just adds to that strategic element of the game. So there you have it. I really enjoy Innis, or Inish by many of the enunciations of the game. I hope you'll give this game a try at your local board game store or find someone who does have a copy of it. And if they do have a copy of it and you notice that their green cards are getting worn out, maybe buy them a pack of oversized card sleeves so that they can do it. Oh, my only complaint, and I hope they fix this in the upcoming expansion, Seasons of Innis, is that sometimes this rulebook is a little skimpy on examples and in-depth explanations of some of the game's mechanics, especially kind of pertaining to win conditions. Seasons of Innis is coming out next year, and I definitely want to get it. It's adding a 5th clan to the game of 4, so you can have 5 players, and I definitely look forward to seeing how that modifies the game and adds more victory conditions and perhaps adds a little bit of replay value to it as well. So that's my tabletop talk on Innis by Matago, and I hope you'll like and subscribe. Check out more of our videos, more of my tabletop talks, and be sure and like and subscribe to us on Facebook and Twitter as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.